She's standing right next to me and points over and goes, yeah, there it is. There it is. I'm like, yeah, lady, I know what boobs look like. Hey, everyone. Aaron here with a fresh new gig log, and we are live. Let me know in the comments who's here tonight. Michael, what's up, Michael? Let's see. You're keeping great work. Thanks, man. LP Lang is here. Guatemala City, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here, dude. Really appreciate that. Glad you guys are all here. If you're here, yeah, leave me in the comments. Let me know who's here. I'll do a shout out throughout the night. I want to talk about my wedding on Saturday. Some crazy shit happened. And then at the end of the night, we'll do a little Q&A. You can ask me, anything about kind of what we talked about either tonight or stuff from my previous videos if you want. A lot of people always ask me stuff about the gig log move or the gig bar move. For some reason, that's like my top video. Everyone wants to know about the gig bar move. Oh, I got my boy here from California. What's up? All right. It's 5 o'clock. Are you eating dinner? You eating dinner out there? Watching me. Jim is here tonight. Jim, what's up, Jim? Thanks for coming here, man. Really appreciate it. Glad you guys are all here tonight. Dan's here tonight. Thank you, Dan. I'm pumped, guys. I'm pumped. We're gonna have some fun. I got my bourbon. Anybody drinking? Let me know what you're drinking. I got a little bourbon on the rocks. My buddies always give me shit because I put on the rocks, but I don't know. Neat. I feel like an alcoholic drinking it neat. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's get to tonight. First thing I need to do, I need to apologize to everybody. I need to apologize, especially for one of the things I said in my gig log last week. I made a huge error, a controversy almost, my first ever controversy, and I'm going to play the clip that caused this controversy. Kid that was out there all night long, he had some sort of Fortnite or Minecraft mascot. I don't know what it was, but he was super cool. Usually kids are... I'm so sorry. I mean, how could this guy not know? I feel like I lost some DJ cred on the street not knowing that was DJ Marshmello out there with that kid. Honestly, like, here's the thing. I don't watch a lot of other DJs like perform live, especially videos. So when I saw a kid with like a helmet and a mascot, I didn't think that he was going to be cool enough to know who fucking DJ Marshmello was. So, I mean, my brain just never went there, but I appreciate those of you that called me out on that. And I hope you accept my apology. I tried to step up my PB&J for tonight, maybe to win back some cred, some street cred in the DJ community. We'll see. Hopefully, I don't know, but I just wanted to publicly say I was sorry for that. Then Saturday, let's talk about Saturday, my wedding. Lots of things happened, lots of things. And one of the things that really hit this group was COVID. And so like they lost about half their guest count, which I haven't seen that happen yet. I've never done a wedding where like half the people didn't show up. And that's what happened here. We were supposed to have 140 and we barely hit 770 with all the vendors and everything. And the real bummer though was half the groom's family didn't show up. They weren't able to come. He had no parents, not a lot of friends, no coworkers. And, we got to the point where it's getting towards the night where, we're going to do our formal dances and we got to do the mother-son. I didn't know his mom wasn't there till the photographer told me like, hey, his mom's not here. And I was like, oh shit. Okay. So I went up to talk to him like, hey, what do you want to do? Do you want to dance with somebody else? Like a cousin or something? And he's like, nah, let me just have my wife dance with her mom instead. And I said, yeah, okay, we can do that. So found a song for her. But here's the thing. I feel like in these kind of situations, we as DJs have an opportunity to create a moment for somebody where they might be disappointed that they didn't get to have the thing that they were hoping for, but it's on us to, maybe make a moment for him. So I basically got on the mic after the father-daughter dance was over and I said, hey, everybody, this is the part of the night usually where the groom dances with his mom. But as you know, due to COVID, a lot of his family isn't here tonight. So if you see Mike, that was his name, out on the dance floor, or if he's not on the dance floor, just grab him and bring him on the dance floor and make him feel special. So then I played the song for the bride and her mom. And then something really cool happened. The maid of honor went and grabbed the groom and pulled him onto the dance floor. And then this happened. was pretty cool, right? So she jumped on and danced with him, and then they traded. Then he danced with her mom, and then they ended up trading again. But I think the reason why they ended up having that moment is, I kind of like let them know, like, hey, if you see him out there, let's give him a moment, and they did, and I love that. I love that about weddings. I love that about our job, and sometimes it's about like, following your instinct too. In that moment, I could have just let it slide, and just played the song and moved on to the next thing. But at the end of the night, they were really appreciative, especially of that moment, because then he got to have, a dance with somebody as well. So that's pretty cool. All right. Let's get to the main event here. I got to tell you what happened on Saturday, and this is a first for me. You guys know I'm still 3 years in. I'm still brand new to being a wedding DJ, and those OGs out there, some of you have probably been through this already, and you're just laughing at me and like, this guy, and I love it. All right. So on Saturday, I think there's no other way to explain it other than showing you this clip.
I'm not sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I see a nipple.
I saw a nipple on Saturday. I saw two. All right. Here's what happened. I brought my photo booth with me, and I have a salsa booth, which isn't like a big giant photo booth. I actually have a link in the description if you guys want to check it out. That photo booth I have, which I highly recommend. It is super awesome. It has made me a ton of money. It's an easy upsell. And then it created this moment, which I kind of wasn't ready for. But what had happened was I had it really set up right next to me. I like to put the photo booth close to me to sort of create, an experience that everybody can have. If you're not a dancer, then go take some pictures. But if you are dancing, you can just quickly walk over, shoot a picture, jump back on the dance floor. That's kind of like my thought process. And I had a photo booth pretty close to me. I'll show you. So that's what the normal people were doing. And again, that's where it was. And everybody that was taking a picture was facing the crowd. So the thought never crossed my mind at all that I was going to have what happened to me. One of the things that the photo booth also does is, instead of printing out pictures, which I was 100% against, I don't want to print out pictures. It'll text it to your phone. So after your photo is done, by the way, you can like preview it. So you take your picture, right? And then it'll show it to you, and you can look at it, and then you can send it to yourself. Once it sends it to you, then you have your picture, but then you can also have access to the live gallery, which is where everybody else took a picture. So this older woman comes up to me, and she taps me on the shoulder, and looking real serious. Like, we have a situation here. I was like, okay, what's up? She goes, well, I was looking through the photos from the photo booth, and there was a young woman who took a picture, and she exposed her boobs and her nipples. I was trying not to laugh. And I looked at her and I go, her nipples? And she goes, her nipples. So I'm like, all right, let's take a look at this thing. So I walk over to my photo booth, and she's following me like a little dog, and I pull up the live gallery, and I'm scrolling through, and oh, yeah, there it is. And she goes, that's it. That's the picture. I'm like, yeah, I know, lady. I know what boobs look like. And she goes, what are you going to do? I was like, well, I think I'm going to download it, maybe put it on the internet. I'm going to delete it. Okay. I'm going to delete this picture. And that's what I did. I got on, and I found it, and I deleted it off of by the way, I did notice a huddle of young boys over in the corner. Now I know what they were up to. And so, that was gone. And in my head, I'm like, all right, I don't want to make a big deal out of this. I don't want the bride to find out that this happened. I don't want to embarrass her friend. And well, the bride did come up to me, and she goes, hey, one of my friends took, and I was like, I'm gonna stop you there. I know exactly what happened, and I took care of the situation. It is deleted. Don't worry about it. She's like, okay, good, thanks. And then the photographer looks at me and goes, are you gonna like make an announcement to everybody to tell them not to do that? And I think like a couple of thoughts went through my head, and you guys can tell me in the comments what you would have done. I ended up not saying anything, and for a couple of reasons. One, I felt like this is a one-off situation that I don't want to be like the government. You know how the government acts? Like, out of a million people, one person does something stupid, and then they're like, all right, we're changing all the rules and nobody's doing this again. And now we take our shoes off at the airport for 20 years. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to create that. I didn't want to get on the mic and go, hey, everybody, just a heads up. If you take a picture, everyone gets to see it. So let's keep those things PG, right? Because that, I feel like that poor woman that took this picture, which when I think about it, the way she took the picture, she kind of was like, pushing them together. And she was probably just trying to be funny. And I don't know if she meant for her nipples to be out, but she was in a group of 5 other people, by the way. So after the photo was taken, they were able to look at it and go, hey, Nancy, your tits are out. But nobody did that. Or if that did happen, she'd go, yeah, I know. I want them out. I want them out. It's okay. I want them out. And so, Nancy wanted her tits out. So Nancy's are out. She sent it, and I don't know if they downloaded it to their phones, but they all had it. But I didn't want to get on the microphone and let everybody know, because you know what that does to people. They're all looking around like, oh, what's going on? What happened? Did somebody do something racy out there? Then they're gonna come up to me and ask me shit, and I don't want people asking me like, oh, well, some lady showed her tits. She's right over there, table 13. You know what I mean? So I just ended up just ignoring it and letting it happen, and just kind of, didn't want to draw a lot of attention to it. And let me see what you guys are saying. We got some comments rolling in. Yeah, you know what? I was wondering about that. You should never allow access to live gallery, though. I turned that shit off. I was wondering afterwards, like, I wonder if that's a feature that we want to allow guests to see all the pictures. And but normally though, I mean, you're not. I just didn't expect there to be nudity out there. I thought it would just be people having fun, taking pictures at the wedding. Like, oh, this is fun. Look, oh yeah. Oh my God, there's some tits. So I wasn't really expecting that. What did Dan say? Dan said 7 years in the biz. You never seen one nipple in the biz the whole time, 7 years. Man, you gotta move out to the Midwest. We wild out here. We wild out here. We giving nipples all the time. Let's see here. Paul, what's up, Paul? Good to have you here, man. Also, I love the salsa booth. I love, this is a great photo booth. And it is a great experience, honestly, like until this happened. And again, I don't feel like I need to show up to events and now add this disclaimer to people or put it on there like, attention, make sure guests that you keep your clothes on and do not show us your nipples. We do not want to see them. Some of us may want to see them, but the rest of us do not want to see them. That was the other thing that weirded me out a little bit. Like, if that picture was for the bride, I mean, the groom had access to those photos as well. So she was letting, him and her. Anyways, I don't know how people are. I guess that's not true. I have shown my nipples on this channel before. If you want to, maybe I can link it. It'll be over here. Link it if you want to see my nipples. I'm pretty sure I have shown my nipples on this channel before. So anyways, lesson learned, I guess. Not really. What are you guys saying here? There's Chad, there's no reason not to say anything extremely uncommon. I've seen boob slips while dancing. That's happened. I've definitely seen that. When you could just tell when the lady comes in and her dress is just cut that down to here, like, boy, I'm going to see some nips tonight. But yeah, definitely with the photo booth, I don't think there's any reason to sort of like, let everybody know. Don't show me your nipples. Let's see. What'd you say here? Donnie, I'd set it to not share the pictures. Angel, you've got the salsa booth. Do you guys let them, anybody else have a photo booth? Do you allow, that's a good question. Maybe we should, talk about it. Would you allow the guests, or do you like the idea of the guests being able to see all the pictures? I mean, I know I want to give access to my couple, but should the guests be able to see everything too? I don't know. For me, I think right away it's kind of, it adds to the experience, it's just kind of a fun thing to be able to see all the other pictures. But if you don't know the person, you're not going to be staring at all the pictures. You're just going to swipe through till you see somebody, And all right, so I'm getting a nope. Just a couple. What happened here? Same thing happened to Nick Spinelli. Looks like the trend is over there. Oh, did he mention that? I haven't seen the last couple shows. Did he mention he saw some nips at his wedding or photo booth? I'll have to check it out, see what happened there. But anyways, yeah, again, I'm not super worried about it. I probably won't mention that. All right. The other thing that happened at my wedding was, I don't know if I've ever been this pissed off before, but I was fucking raging at one point. And you guys have to let me know too if this would make you mad. So the venue that I was in, it was a pretty big room. In fact, it was bigger than I thought. So that was the size of the room. And over on the left-hand side, there was these big lights that shone down for dinner because that's where the buffet was. But everything else, as you could see, was kind of dim. Now, one of the things that I do when I show up at a wedding, especially a venue I've never been before, is I like to connect with the venue manager or who's ever in charge that night that works at the venue and talk lighting over with them. During dinner and cocktail hour, I normally let them do whatever they have set up, but I like to coordinate with them. Hey, when the dance starts, especially after the mother sun dance is over, I want the lights to drop down. I like to keep the lights a little bit brighter during those first dances, just so the photographers can get the pictures that they need. But after that, drop that shit down. And I worked it out with these guys. Like, hey, after this dance, drop the lights. They actually dropped them sooner than they were supposed to. They dropped them at the first dance, and that's why I kind of turned on my ADJ pars just to give them some white. And the photographer said, yeah, go ahead, turn those on. But what happened was during a song, and it was the bride's favorite song, by the way. It was her favorite song. It was On Her Must Play. The lights turned on. They turned back on. And I had a pretty decent dance floor going, and people were doing it. Was the wobble, by the way. People were doing it. She was doing it. And then the lights came on, and take a look at the dance floor. What did you notice? First thing you should have noticed, where's the bride? She fucking left. She bounced. She jumped off the dance floor. Is anybody doing the wobble? No, they weren't doing the wobble. They were just standing there. There were a couple of people twerking. I will admit, sometimes when I do the wobble at dance, white people don't know what they're doing. they don't have any idea what they're doing. I got to get out there and show them how to wobble. But that's what happened. The lights just popped on during that song, and it was so jarring that people immediately stopped dancing and they just exited the dance floor. They felt so weird. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I run over to the bartender. I'm like, what's up? Why are these lights on? He goes, I don't know. I think they were trying to turn the air conditioner on, and then the janitor turned the lights on. Is this his first day? What the hell's going on here? And he's like, I don't know, man. So I'm playing a song and then running around trying to find somebody that knows what they're doing. But this big convention center, and I cannot find anybody that works there. I'm out the street yelling outside, does anybody work here? I need somebody who knows how to work these goddamn lights. And every time I'm listening, like, oh, that song's almost up. Go over, throw on another song. The dance floor is dying, right? And I'm trying to find somebody, and I am just steaming. I am so pissed off that this is happening, and I want to find somebody. And then they came up to me. The bridesmaid came up. She goes, I found him. He said he's going to turn the lights on, and then he's going to turn the air on. I was like, okay, 4 songs go by. And I just, and the dance floor is just kind of, it's sparse. It's nothing. People aren't really moving. They're not dancing. And I'm just standing there waiting. And I couldn't take it. After the 4th song, I ran back out and I saw somebody in the kitchen. I was like, kitchen, where's the manager? I need someone to turn these damn lights on. She goes, yeah, you got to go around to the back of the building. You're going to find Jim. Jim is going to have a key. And I was like, oh, fuck me. I'm not going to find Jim. And so I run back out from the kitchen and I come back in and the light is finally back off and I was able to get back to the dance. But guys, I'm not going to lie. Like, I was fuming about that. And we'll see what you guys are saying. Oh, a lot of you guys noticed that I brought my J8s with me. Yeah. I'll address that. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you guys that. But one of the reasons why I brought the J8s with me is, and this is the thing. I've got 3 systems, which I don't know if that's overkill. I think it is, but I don't mind. I got 3 systems. I've got the EV30Ms, I've got the RCF J Mix 8s, and then the Bose 32. And what happened was at this event was the ceremony was in that big hall, but they didn't need me to do music. They needed me to provide sound for a live situation. So I had 2 vocalists, a piano, and the officiant microphone. So I need 4 channels to run the ceremony. Well, the Bose 32 only's got 3. It's only got 3, and I was like, shit. I could bring a whole separate system with me to do that, but the thing is, I like to use the stuff I have. A lot of the speakers I have built-in mixers into them, so it's a lot easier than plugging a mixer into a speaker, and that would have been an option as well, and I could have hooked it up to my Bose 32. But again, I'm a single op. I try to get everything in 2 trips. I don't want to bring a lot of extra shit. So I thought, my RCFs, they'd be perfect. There's 7 channels. I bring one of those in, do the ceremony, bring it back out, run cocktail, and I hook them both up for the dance. And to be honest, it worked great. It was exactly what I needed. So as I'm listening to them, I'm like, well, maybe I think I'm going to keep them. And then, on Friday, I'm at a venue that I've been before that is really small. And the load in, I have stairs, but they have like a dummy waiter, or I don't know, like a really small elevator. So I'm bringing my 30Ms with me for that gig, because I've used those before as well. So I think it comes down to and you guys let me know too what you think. I'll jump back over to the comments. So you're waiting for my J8s. See, that's the thing. I don't know if I'm going to sell them now, because they really came in handy for me this weekend. And it's kind of nice. Like I said, it could be overkill. Like, do you need 3 separate systems as a mobile DJ? I don't think so. I think that's too much. I probably will sell one of them. One of those 3 will probably go this off season. But on the other hand, it's kind of nice to have these different options that work for the different venues. And, one of the questions I always ask when I'm on Vibo with my couple is, how many people are coming? Can you send me a PDF of the layout? And I kind of look it over, and that's where I'll kind of make my decision. What system do I want to bring with me? And for the last 5-6 weddings, or however many I've had, I've taken the Bose with me, just no questions. But with the ceremony, it made me think well, maybe I'll take the J8s with me and try something else. What do you guys have? How many systems do you have as a mobile DJ? Do you have more than one? Do you guys, are you rocking EV50s? Are you rocking like a smaller system, or do you guys have like a bigger one if you're in a bigger hall? Somebody wanted to know, Aaron, can I please have a link to this? Yeah, yes. You know what? I'll start a Patreon, and you guys will have to subscribe to that $5 a month. And anytime I get nip slips, I'll pop those on for you. You gross people. You guys just want. There are options out there, by the way. You want to see nips? There's plenty of places on the internet where you can find some nips. Angel, you said you got 2. You got 2. Let's see. Chad, you've got 3 systems. Let's see. What do we got here? You've got the Soundcraft U116. Okay. T8. Oh yeah, that's your mixer, right? That's your mixer. What do you got here? You got 3 systems, small, medium, large, mostly used in memes. You got the J8s. Yeah. The 32s with the B, not the B2s, the sub 2s, I'm telling you, you don't have to worry. Those can handle a crowd. I did a outside gig for my community, and I just brought one of them with me. And oh my goodness, I turned them on, and I was walking around the streets up and down the block, and I could hear it. They just sound amazing. So they're great outdoor speakers as well. Donnie, what do you got? You got the KS 118 subs and the QSC tops. Yeah, one of the reasons why I like the column arrays or the line arrays or whatever the fuck they're called. I don't like speaker poles. Just in my personal preference. And I know that you guys see some of you guys put the scrims on them, and that's just not my favorite look either. I do like that nice, sleek kind of tower kind of vibe. It does get a lot of compliments out there. David, you said you got 2 systems. You got the J8s black to trade for white ones. Are you trying to do some work here? Listen, anybody that sells shit on my channel during my stream, I get 5%. All right, I get 5%. All right, David. If anyone buys your shit, you better send me a check. What do you got here? You got 1 big system. All my weddings are 300. You do a lot of 300 guests. I don't do a lot of 300. It's not that I won't. I know I have some DJ friends that say they refuse to do weddings over like 150. I don't agree with that. But I've had a few 300, And the last 300 I had, it was at the JX, which is a venue I play all the time. And I had brought my Bose L32s, and they're great. You got 4 PRX 815s. Oh, I don't have any idea what these are. These names are so funny. Ceremony. You got the JBL EO1. What do you guys think of the mixer that JBL put out? I didn't plan on talking about this, but that MK2, I believe it's another battery powered speaker. I think it's replacing their JBL EO1 Pro, which was horseshit, by the way. That speaker was a piece of shit. And I could say that freely because I owned it and I sent it back. There were so many problems with it. Bluetooth, it rattled. It was heavy and bulky and got beat up. So JBL released a new one. It's a battery powered. It's 5-channel Bluetooth. And I was thinking about it, but here's the thing. The thing I love about the S1 Pro for ceremonies is I do like the pole for ceremonies because then I can attach my shelf to it. And then I can put my wireless mic on there. My iPad is just nice and easy, nice and sleek. Although this weekend I am going to take my Maui 5 Go's right here. I'm going to take the Maui 5 Go with me. And I got a little table, and I'm going to take the Go with me. I'm going to try that for ceremony setups here. What'd you say here? Create your own web page or have someone... Oh, you're asking me for real. Did you create your own web page or did you have someone build it for me? No, I built that one. That's me. I built that. I built that on Wix. I think I found a kind of generic template, and then the rest of it, I did that all myself. If you guys want to, I'll throw that in the comments. If you want to take a look at my website, djaa.live. That's my website. You can go on there and check it out if you want to kind of see my website. Also, this has been great. I liked it. The last time I did this, I kind of threw up my Instagram, and you guys, we were able to connect. So if you want to find me on Instagram at DJAAMN, MN for Minnesota, DJ AA is kind of like my DJ name. But yeah, find me on the gram if you want to, and I'll follow back. We'll hang out, just kind of chat back and forth. That's another way that you guys can connect with me. There's so many, there's so many battery inverters now, affordable prices. Why not make a speaker bat? That's a good point too. And one of the things I think I might do when I have a situation where I have another like outdoor gig with multiple channels being used, I think I'm going to just take my EV30M with me and then plug that into a battery converter. I got a 300 watt pure sine one that's on my YouTube channel. I have like a kit, by the way, if you guys want to see all the shit I have, in the descriptions are like my kit, and it just shows you everything I have and links to all that stuff. But that's the one that I use, and it powers up the 30M. It powered up my J8 mix. I used that at a wedding for a satellite speaker. It kept it running for a couple hours. The one thing it didn't do, I was hoping it could run my photo booth for a while, but it like drained that battery so fucking fast. That battery was done. But if I'm just using a speaker and not very loud, then yeah, that battery powered thing I have works totally great. All right, we'll do a little Q&A. Michael asks, "Hey Aaron, how do you deal with the stress right before you start?" What helps me with stress is being prepared. I feel like I'm over prepared, and one of the things that helps me being prepared is the day of. I'll get back on I prepare all the music. Like today is Wednesday, and my wedding for Friday is completely done. It's prepped. It's loaded up into my engine. All the songs are queued up, ready to go. I spent all day today getting that wedding ready, and that gives me just some relief, so I don't have to worry about like Friday. Like, I have a friend that he doesn't do any of the prep till the day of. That stressed the shit out of me. Downloading music at the venue. No. I like to get all that stuff done with the MC part. I know everything that's going to be happening in the right order. I think I said this in one of my other gig logs with how I introduce the wedding party. I have little phrases that are right before each one of the names. That helps me so I can just read that off. And then I do a Zoom call with my couple on the Monday before, and we take about a half an hour and we go through literally everything on my Vibo. Everything, go over all the details. I ask all the questions. And basically at that point, it does two things. It relieves them because, your couples are super stressed out about their wedding. So it takes the stress away from them because at the end of the call, I'm like, "How do you guys feel?" And they're like, "I feel great, Aaron, you got this thing." And that's a big win as a wedding DJ. And then it makes me feel more comfortable because I know exactly how the night's going to flow. I know the order of the grand entrance. I get all that ready. Are we bringing in, flower girls, ushers? What are their names? I don't fuck around with last names. I only do first names with that. And then the day of, I'm just trying to relax before I head out to the gig. Plus, I also give myself 2 hours. If I know the ceremony starts at 4:30, I like to arrive at the venue at 2:30. Even if it's a place I've been to, I would rather kick it there and have some downtime there than be stressing while I'm there trying to fix a problem or troubleshoot something, or like I forgot some shit or whatever. I don't have time to change. And so I give myself plenty of time. That helps. And then I take a White Claw with me and I put it in my cooler. So I have one of those during dinner. I usually have a little drinky poo just to help relieve some of the stress. And then, but I think if you're prepared, if you're ready to go, then that really will help out with that. Let's see. That's nuts. I prep early. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, prepping is everything, I think. 3 hours early. Donnie gets there about 3 hours early. Let's see here. When do you lock out Vibo for changes? 3 days. That's what I do also. After I have my call with the couple, then I usually lock it after that. And I tell them, hey, if you guys need a change or, and it would have to be like something to the ceremony music where you wanted to change it. At this point, just text me. And they all have my phone number and my email so they can let me know. But yeah, I used to do like 7 days, but sometimes people needed a little bit more time. And as long as everything is in, I even tell them, like, I've postponed a Zoom because my couple didn't have their Vibo info all filled out. And I said, for me, I'm like, I'm not going to be on the phone with you in hours. We like plug in all this shit. I tell them, like, we're not going to have this meeting until all that is done. And then I'll have a meeting. So I actually pushed a meeting back a week to give this bride more time to fill out her stuff. Because you'll waste your time. You'll spend so much time, going over all the details. It's better to just have it filled out and then just read through it and ask your quick questions right away. That makes that conversation go a little bit quicker. Okay. You guys, let me do a PB&J. I had one more thing I wanted to tell you, but I'll save that for next show. Let me show you the PB&J I put together. And then we'll go back. We'll do some more Q&A with you guys because that's kind of fun here. So for PB&J, my bride this week was big on line dances, which is odd. I've never had anybody like specifically want like all of them. She did like the wobble, and then the cha-cha slide was her jam. And so that's my least favorite one, probably besides the electric slide. Even if people request that, I just fucking refuse to play that song. I hate the electric slide. And at this wedding, after the cha-cha was going, this girl comes up to me. She goes, guess what's next? I'm like, I haven't decided yet. She goes, no, the electric slide. Let's go. Let's do it back to back. I'm like, nope. I never do that. I never, ever play line dances back to back. Ever do that. And so she didn't get that fucking song. But for this one, I had like the cha-cha. What did I do? I did the cha-cha, and then I decided to, run that into 3 times, which is a total banger. So I'm going to show you how I mix this one here tonight. As much as I don't like to play this song, sometimes it comes up on request list and I got to play it. So I did this the other night and this worked really well. I kind of found a way to get out of the cha-cha slide before he talks about, look out for part 3, y'all. And I actually got on the mic and said, he still hasn't released part 3. And I could be wrong. Has part 3 come out? I haven't seen anything from DJ Casper letting me think that part 3 has come out. But anyways, here's what I did, and here's some prep you got to do before you start the song. On the Denon Prime Go, and I know other controllers, you have a loop function here. So I actually created a loop here at the beginning of the song. But let me show you a couple of hot cues I have as well. I have a hot cue right here. This one lets me know it's kind of over. He's about to do that little speech here. Turn it up. Be looking out for fun. All right, so when he starts saying that, we want to get out of that. You don't want to play that at a wedding. You want to make sure you stop. So I got a hot cue here for this. And then I created a loop right here. So the loop is at the beginning of the song. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, clap. All right, so that's the loop that I created. So once I get to this part, we're going to loop back here, and then I'm going to bring 3 times in by Chris Brown. So let me skip right here to this part, and I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm also going to be using low pass and high pass. So I'm going to have low pass on for, 3 times, and then I'll low pass out on the cha-cha slide here. So let me show you this in action. Oh.
Turn it up. Clap, 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 clap your hands.
Right?
Clap, 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 clap your hands.
Let's do 3 times.
Clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, clap, clap.
Out of the loop.
Clap, 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 clap your hands.
Move your body out on the floor. Put your trebles aside.
There we go. That's kind of how I do that mix. You can use anything you want for, by the way, I bumped them both up to 130. So I have the cha-cha, and 3 times is actually at 130. So I just bumped that up to 130 to make that match up right there. But there's you go. There's your PB&J for today. Kind of fun, right? I just kind of was feeling that. That was one of the first times I used the loop feature on my controller too. And that's a really cool feature to have because you don't have to set it in the moment. It's kind of like a hot cue moment where you set the loop however long you want, and then you can just click on that and boom, it'll loop it to wherever you want. One of the things I'm going to use that feature for as well is, let's say there's a song I want that I couldn't find on my, DJ pool on DMS or whatever. And so I don't have like an intro outro, which I love having those intro outros for mixing. A lot of times in the middle of the song, there is like kind of like a 4 to 8 bar, musical interlude that you could use as your intro. So you could use that loop button and create intros and outros to your songs in case you couldn't find one of those on your, on your DJ pool. So that was pretty cool. All right. Lemon said, what's up? Let's do some questions, guys. I'll do a little bit more Q&A if you want. Put a Q maybe in front of that if lots of bass in the headphones. Gotcha. Okay. You know what? That's just recording from the, I didn't do a professional. I don't know. Maybe I can do that. We'll see. I don't know. It just, I recorded that on my phone and then uploaded it. So I could tell, you're right. That probably has a little bit of a bassy sound coming from the phone. Coming from the phone. Okay. Let's see. What's this here? Music Blast. What's up, Music Blast? What's the raunchiest song you've ever played at a wedding? This is my, okay. It was by accident, and it was one of my first weddings, and I had worked with this company, and they gave me all my shit, but I didn't like using it. They had these huge like coffin with these CDJs and this USB sticks that you would plug in. And in order to find a song, there's no laptop, there's no computer. It was just a USB stick with folders in the letters. And so if I wanted to find Get Low, I had to scroll over to G, click, go through the songs, find Get Low, and boop, and load that into the deck. So I brought my own laptop, and I was just kind of finding my own music, building up my library. And I had Sexy Back that I just downloaded, and I didn't even think about the fact that the unedited version is pretty raunchy. And so I'm at this wedding, and I decided, yeah, play it. I'm bringing Sexy Back, you motherfuckers. And just like, it was like, motherfucker. I could just hear like, oh, because all the like the kids were on the floor, and I saw like these people there staring at me. I was like, oh shit. So then I switched out of that to Cake by the Ocean. That song's even dirtier than Sexy Back, the unedited version. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? It was that day that I went and I subscribed to a DJ pool, and I knew from that day forward, I was only going to do clean edit. So I'm a clean edit DJ, guys. That's the one that I do for my wedding. So I know it's crazy. I heard a guy play Molly Cyrus. Oh yeah. I haven't played, let's see, what'd you say here, Storm? I haven't played old time rock and roll in a long time. When you guys mix this into, what is that? It's around 120. It's around 125-ish, I think. I'll drop that if I have a crowd that's kind of digging, like if AC/DC is working, if I Love Rock and Roll is working, if I feel like, yeah, this is kind of the crowd that would be into that. Then I drop that one, and sometimes I mix that in. Sometimes I just punch that in right at the lyric, right when he kind of starts singing that one, and that fades out. So make sure you fade that one out. It's 122. Is it 122? Yeah, you can bump that down or bump that up into something. You guys can do that as well. All right, let me go up here, take a look. Any other questions you guys have for me tonight? Otherwise, we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up. It's been about 40 minutes. I feel good about that kind of length for the show here. So yeah, why don't we go ahead and wrap it up? Thanks everybody for coming. This was super fun. I'll do it again. We'll do it again. I don't know if it'll be next week. I might like intermix. Like I might just do like a live. Hey, thanks everybody that just showed up. I see there's more people here. Sorry, the show's about to end. Watch it on the replay, and you can hear all about the nipples that that I got to see on Saturday. But I think I might intermix, like do like a produced video, and then we'll do a live one. But this was really, really great. Donnie, appreciate that. He said, love my channel. Appreciate that, guys. Thanks everybody for showing up. This was a lot of fun. It is. I do like doing this. I think more than making the videos, I like the interaction that we get to have here. I think it's super funny. DJ Nipples. Let's not get that going. Just got off work. Sorry, Jesse. I know, man. I know. Go ahead, check us out on the replay. Angel, you're welcome. Thanks for being here, guys. And if there's any other products you guys want me to review or whatever, let me know. And see if we can get some of these companies to send me some shit. I really want to. What do I want to review? I want to get my hands on that new Pioneer, that new all-in-one. You know what confused me about that though? Right away. Why did they not right away open that up to Serato? That confuses me a lot. I know they're letting it go to Record Box. Nothing against Record Box, but I know there's way more Serato users out there. And they're like, yeah, it's a feature that's coming. And I know it's kind of like, well, we want to keep you on the hook and keep this interesting. But man, I feel like it was a big loss not letting that be available to Serato. So anyways, we'll stop it right there. Thanks everybody for coming. If you like this and you like me, then you know what to do and just do that shit.